Welcome to my channel Heart of Guidance. Introduction. Many people outside of Islam believe that when Muslims perform Hajj, they are simply worshipping a structure or stones. From an outside perspective, it may seem like an outdated ritual or even an act resembling idol worship. But today, we are going to reveal the profound and unimaginable depth behind these sacred acts that align with the entire cosmos in glorifying the one true God, Allah. What if the Kaaba is not just a stone cube, but a center that reflects the very structure of the universe? What if every step, every movement, and every word uttered during Hajj is a reflection of a celestial order far beyond human comprehension? Even more astonishingly, through the power of AI, we will demonstrate the unimaginable depth of this alignment by calculating just how improbable it is for this cosmic harmony to have happened by chance. This sacred pilgrimage, rooted in 7th century Arabia, holds profound wisdom and significance that modern science is only beginning to uncover. Join us as we venture into the phenomenal mysteries of Hajj, where the rhythm of the universe and the ritual of man blend in a breathtaking tapestry of worship. This is not just a journey, it is a divine alignment with all of creation. And we guarantee what you learn today will leave you in awe. Universal Symphony, Praising Allah in Motion. Chapter 2. The Universal Symphony of Praise. At the heart of Islam lies the Hajj, the fifth pillar of the faith, a sacred journey to the Kaaba in Mecca. The Kaaba is often known as the House of Allah. It is far more than a physical structure. For thousands of years, it has been the spiritual center of the world, drawing to it beliefs from every corner of the earth. And one of the most profound acts of worship performed during Hajj is the Tawaf, the circling of the Kaaba 7 times in a counterclockwise motion. But what makes this circling so symbolic? Tawaf is not just a bodily ritual. Rather, it conveys the connection of believers and their bond to Allah, and, as we will learn, it embodies the very architecture of the universe itself. The Quran has Allah declare, "The 7 heavens and the earth and whatever is in them exalt him." And there is not a thing except that it exalts Allah by his praise, but you do not understand their way of exalting. Surah Al-Isra 17-44. This verse reminds us that everything from the far galaxies to the smallest particles are in constant subjection to Allah. Everything exalts him, even if we can't see it. But how does this universal exaltation relate to the Tawaf around the Kaaba? How does this simple act of circling reflect a cosmic order? Stay with us as we reveal the deeper mysteries of this profound connection. Tawaf's motion, reflecting the universe's path. Chapter 3. Tawaf, reflecting the universe's motion. As we explore the mysteries of Hajj, we realize that Tawaf, the circling of Kaaba 7 times, is much more than just an ancient ritual. It is an act of worship that aligns with the entire universe, reflecting on the natural and basic framework that governs everything. During Tawaf, Muslims circumnavigate the Kaaba, thus showing an act of similitude of movement as depicted through the world. These great examples of counterclockwise movement on Earth rotation. Earth moves forward in this direction, and with it has been bringing dawn and dusk, the source of sustenance of humans. Orbit around the Moon traverses in orbit around Earth from the counterclockwise orbit, affecting tides and natural balance of life on our Earth. Orbit of Earth around the Sun. The Earth is in a counterclockwise orbit, bringing seasonal cycles and ecological balance. Solar systems orbit around the galactic center. The entire solar system orbits around the center of the Milky Way galaxy in a counterclockwise direction, which causes cosmic stability. Milky Way galaxy's rotation. The Milky Way itself rotates counterclockwise, according to the general universe plan. Even in its smallest form, the atom, electrons operate on highly regulated courses with definite quantum states, meaning that order at its smallest exists here in creation too. In biology, blood flows around the heart of the human being in the shape of a vortex, sometimes in the counterclockwise motion that pumps life-sustaining blood. Consider how these movements, whether on a galactic, planetary, atomic, or biological level, all rotate in this manner. It's as if the whole universe is in harmony with this act of worship. And reflecting on the last verse, it's evident that just as all things in the heavens and the earth glorify Allah, so too does the act of Tawaf align with this universal glorification. But can this perfect alignment be mere coincidence? AI found that the chance of this happening by chance is less than 0.2%. This astonishingly low probability suggests that these motions are not random, but part of a deliberate, divinely ordained design. Through Tawaf, Muslims are not just walking in circles, they are aligning with the cosmos, thereby linking up to Allah's universal praise. Pause. Okay, it is indeed obvious that there is a greater meaning for Tawaf, but what is the exact reason Muslims walk around the Kaaba 7 times? Well, one might think that the figure 7 is just a simple number. But nothing in Hajj seems to be simple. Could the number 7 have a deeper, miraculous value? Let's find out. 7 in Hajj, Symbolism and Spiritual Depth. Chapter 4. Spiritual Department of 7 in Hajj and Islam. The number 7 has deep significance. During Tawaf, Muslims circumambulate the Kaaba 7 times, reflecting the divine order set up in creation. This number is repeated in the Quran and nature, symbolizing completeness and perfection. In the rituals of Hajj, pilgrims also walk between the hills of Safa and Marwa 7 times and threw 7 stones at the symbolic pillars representing the devil. This repetition of the number 7 holds deep symbolic significance and appears frequently in religious texts, natural world and human culture, connecting us with deeper spiritual and universal truths. It's as if the very laws of creation point back to this sacred number. The number 7 in Islamic texts, 7 heavens and 7 earths. The Quran has referred to 7 heavens and 7 earths, representing the grand scale of Allah's creation. 7 verses of Surah Al-Fatiha, the most recited chapter of the Quran, containing 7 verses, marks the spiritual importance of this number since it is read in every prayer. The number 7 in nature and human culture. 7 continents and 7 seas. The Earth's 7 continents and seas mirror the heavenly model of the natural world. 7 colors of the rainbow. Sunlight breaks down into 7 unique colors, reflecting order and beauty in God's creation. 7 phases of the moon and 7 days of the week. Time and the cycle of the moon both flow around the 7, ensuring life experiences rhythmic harmony. 7 cervical vertebrae in animals. Whether a human, giraffe, whale, elephant, bat, or even a mouse, nearly all mammals have 7 cervical vertebrae, illustrating consistency in biological design. 7 notes of the musical scale. In music, there are 7 basic notes that lay the foundation of all melodies, echoing the structured harmony of nature. 7 wonders of the natural world. Even when humans try to categorize the marvels of creation, the number 7 naturally emerges, as seen in the 7 wonders of the natural world. By using AI to analyze these occurrences, we find that the repetition of the number 7 is statistically improbable to be coincidental. This profound recurrence, across Islamic texts and nature, reflects a deeper, divine meaning, symbolizes the unity between the spiritual and physical realms at a time when advanced scientific knowledge was inaccessible. How could these rituals, Tawaf motion and number 7, be so perfectly aligned with natural world behavior? This is not by chance. This is divine order, Allah's fingerprint in the universe, carried into the acts of worship that have been performed for over 1400 years. But now, you might wonder, why is movement so integral to these acts of worship? What deeper meaning does movement hold in the Quran and in science? Let's find that out in the next chapter together. And if you're having a good time so far, give us a heart in the comments. And if you'd like to support us, a like, share, or subscription would mean the world to us. Celestial Orbits, Scientific Quran Miracle. Chapter 5. Celestial Orbits. When the Quran referred to movements of heavenly bodies, it employed the term Kalanfifalakin Yazbahun, each one is swimming in its orbit. Surah Al-Anbiya, 21-33. This account, presented more than 1,400 years ago, agrees surprisingly well with what contemporary science has discovered about the universe. The Earth orbits round the Sun and the Moon orbits the Earth, each following its special, precisely delineated path orbit. The Sun itself moves, it travels in an orbit around the center of the Milky Way galaxy. Every celestial body, from planets to stars, moves in a subtle balance of gravitational forces, keeping its course. But the use of the word yazbahun, swimming, is even deeper. Swimming implies motion through a medium. For centuries, people thought that space was empty, a vacuum. However, new researches reveal that space is not empty, but rather full of dark matter and cosmic particles, creating a substance in which celestial bodies move, as if they are swimming. To swim, there must be a medium to swim through, another wonder of Quranic wording coinciding with scientific discovery. The universe is constantly in motion, operating in incredible precision. This motion reflects a greater design, as if guided by an unseen hand. Palindromic Structure, Linguistic Miracle. Chapter 6. A palindromic structure. The beauty of this verse extends far beyond its scientific insights, it also displays the Quran's celebrated linguistic beauty. Consider, for example, the phrase Kalanfifalakin, each one in its own orbit. This marvelous expression displays a very rare palindromic structure, meaning it can be read both ways, forward and backward. This quality is like the circular orbit of celestial bodies and reminds one of balance in the universe. Such symmetrical use of language does not only amaze the reader, but it also represents a complex equilibrium of forces in our cosmos. Palindromes are quite rare in any language, more so in religious texts. An example is the English, racecar. However, the palindromic structure in the Quran is much more than a beautiful linguistic expression. It has deep resonance with the physical reality of the universe, where celestial bodies move in continuous, harmonious cycles. AI calculated that the probability of this alignment in a single Quran verse, reflecting the concepts of swimming, a palindromic structure, and an understanding of orbits and structured space, which were not included in 7th century science, is around 1 in 5 million. This tremendous linguistic miracle exemplifies a divine complexity beyond human imagination. It invites us to reflect on the extraordinary connection between language, science, and the universe itself. Constant motion, from cosmos to Tawaf. Chapter 7. The constant motion, from the cosmos to Tawaf. This theme of continuous motion is not limited to the stars and planets. It finds an echo in the sacred act of Tawaf, circling the Kaaba. Did you know that Tawaf around the Kaaba never stops? Day and night, rain or shine, Muslims perform this act of worship non-stop, mirroring the cosmic order. Can you see the analogy? Just as celestial bodies trace their orbits, so too do humans circle the Kaaba in their worship. From galaxies to electrons, from the heart pumping blood to the spinning of the earth, everything in the universe is in motion, a constant, harmonious rhythm of life. But the mysteries of Tawaf don't stop on earth. In the next chapter, we'll explore the incredible concept of Tawaf in the heavens, where even the angels circle a holy edifice above the 7 heavens. This heavenly parallel only goes to prove how profound this act of worship is really. Heavenly Tawaf, al-Bayt al-Mamur's significance. Chapter 8. The heavenly Tawaf, al-Bayt al-Mamur, is Muslims perform Tawaf around the Kaaba on earth. A parallel act of worship also takes place in the heavens directly above the Kaaba as al-Bayt al-Mamur, the heavenly Kaaba. The Prophet Muhammad, stated in the Hadith through Sahih al-Bukhari, every day, 70,000 angels do Tawaf around al-Bayt al-Mamur and leave not to come again. Therefore it is worshipped continuously at heaven. Quran mentions to us briefly how there is celestial house as indicated in Quran chapter 52 Surat At-Tur verse number 4, showing it is vital. The synchronization of Tawaf between humans on earth and angels in the heavens shows the unity of all creation in glorifying Allah. From believers on earth to the angels in the skies, the constant movement reflects the universal submission to Allah's will. By performing Tawaf, Muslims are spiritually connected to this vast, cosmic cycle of worship that spans both the seen and unseen realms. Hajj's importance, a pillar in Islam, rooted in Abraham's legacy. Chapter 9. The importance and significance of Hajj in Islam. Hajj isn't merely one of the 5 pillars of Islam, it represents the pinnacle of faith and devotion. For centuries, Muslims from every corner of the millions of the globe have undertaken the holy pilgrimage to the holy city of Mecca, a ritual which is performed since the days of the Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him. The significance of Hajj, however, goes much deeper than this literal pilgrimage. It is a profound experience which unifies Muslims irrespective of the social, economic, or racial backgrounds. During Hajj, every pilgrim puts on the same simple white robes, performs the same rites, and says the same words of prayer, all in the name of the original equality of all people before Allah. This visual power of unity reminds Muslims that, in God's eyes, all are equal, standing as insignificant servants before our Creator. Yet, the physical journey of Hajj is but a reflection of a deeper spiritual journey. The pilgrimage symbolizes the soul's journey toward Allah, shedding worldly distractions and reconnecting with our true purpose to worship Allah alone. The simple garments of ihram, free from adornment, represent a return to the basics, stripping away the layers of identity tied to status, wealth, or race. Pilgrims, who are in pure submission, seek closeness to Allah, where the soul may seek its Maker. The act of Hajj, Tawaf, and Sa'i, standing at Arafat also reflect moments in spiritual battle and surrender in which believers seek rebirth, renewal, rebirth, as well as regeneration. It's a call towards returning to what our faith all about, and to reiterate the final objective of life: proximity to Allah.